This is Jackie Carrelli, a kindergarten teacher at Arthur Street. Jackie, how long are you teaching?
This will be actually my 4th year. I started my first year in 2nd grade, and the past 3 years have been in kindergarten.
You've been doing a really nice job with hybrid, so I'd like you to tell everybody before we watch the lesson, tell us what we're going to see in all the 3 different groups, and tell us how each group is going to be differentiated.
So today in the direct group, I am using magnets to sort beginning and ending sounds with my kids. So the below group will be working with beginning sounds. They'll sort the sounds and be writing the letters that go with the sound. I will have them doing thumbs up, thumbs down as an assessment throughout. The on-level group will be also working with beginning sounds, but I'm going to challenge them a little bit more by having them write out the words, trying to get them to write out, sound out the CVC words that we're using. And the above group will be working with the ending sounds and practicing writing those sounds and those CVC words out.
Okay, tell us about the activity in collaborative. What are they doing?
The collaborative activity is a game that I actually found online. It's called Oh No. The below group is working with the sounds, letters, and beginning sounds. So they will pick a card and tell their group the letter and the sound that goes with that letter. If they get the card correct, the answer correct, they keep the card. If they do not, they put the card back in. As they go around and take turns, if they choose the Oh No card, they put all their cards back in. So it's an ongoing game. So that's the below group. The on-level group and above group work the same way. It's Oh No, only instead of the letters, I incorporated different levels of our sight words. So my on-level group will be working with the earlier sight words that we had in the year, and my above-level group is playing the same game but with our current sight words.
And our final question before we see your lesson is, how do you teach the collaborative activities so that the students know what to do when they get there? How do they know what materials to pick? How do they know when to clean up, so on and so forth?
Yes, a lot of times I will introduce a game as a whole group and just use one specific table to demonstrate for the whole class, and then I will incorporate it into my direct for maybe a day or two so they can see it with my observation before they're on their own with it in the collaborative group. In regards to switching and when they know how to clean up and move on to their activities, I have a bell that I use, a wireless doorbell. So when they hear the first bell, the collaborative group knows that they clean up their game and move on to their writing activity. And when they hear the second bell, the whole class knows that it's time to line up and rotate our groups.
So the teaching of the collaborative group, you do it whole group, and then you have students watch a small group work with the game or the lesson.
Yes, I do. I do it whole group first, maybe just using one table, and then I'll incorporate it into the direct group so they can play it with me before they're on their own in the collaborative.
Nice. Now I'm just going to take a second or two to go around your room to see the way that you have it lined up. I really like this. We have all of our sight words. And how do the students use this sight word wall?
We use it, I have it color-coded by the quarter. So the black words are the first quarter, blue words are second quarter. So we'll put them up, take them down as we go along. And we do use them a lot with our kid writing.
And I see you have a board for your star students.
Yes, we do.
I love the kid writing wall. How do you determine who gets to go on the kid writing wall?
Well, right now I just have a few that are posted up there. The rest of them were actually in the hallway.
Okay.
So they all did get posted at some point.
And just talk briefly about this that we're looking at right
This
now.
I have my groups split up into lions, tigers, and bears. So above, on, and below. And then I just put their names in the groups, and so I have them laminated so that I can rotate the names when necessary. And typically for my collaborative group, just as a little hint with their buckets that they use, I have the little pom-poms to go with their colored bucket, so the group leaders know what they're doing.
Okay, let's see your lesson right from the beginning.
Okay, kindergarten, we're going to start with our hybrid groups today. We're doing our reading groups. So today in the direct group, we're working with our sounds. Beginning and ending sounds, we're going to work with our sorting magnets. Okay, we're going to be writing on the table using our letters, our sounds. The collaborative group, you are going to be playing Oh No in the collaborative group. My group leaders, you know what color bucket your Oh No game is in, right? And your worksheet is underneath your color bucket for when, after you hear the first bell, okay? And my independent group, you are going to be logging into the computers and clicking on reading. I have our reading card up on the wall so you remember that we're doing our reading I Ready today, okay? So we are going to start. Our lions are going to head to the blue line. Lions can go to the blue line. Tigers will be lining up on orange. And the bears will be lining up on yellow. All right, lions, tigers, and bears. Good, okay. You guys can go to your group. Go ahead, group leaders. Javen, you can take your group around. Adriana, come up and find a seat. Tigers, you can get started right away. Group leaders, grab your bucket. Make sure you're taking turns, please. All right, bears, come on up.
We need to stir them up, Jayla. Stir them up a little bit.
No.
All right. Let's start with our magnets at the top. Okay. So we're going to look at our sounds first. Everybody, what is this a picture of?
C.
Carrelli, was it right?
Can you tell me what letter does that start with? P. In our group today, Tigers, we're going to sort our magnets with the beginning sounds. We're going to talk about our beginning sound, and then we're going to be writing our CVC word, our consonant, vowel, consonant. So we're going to sound out every sound, every letter, and write the word on our table. Okay, we're going to practice sounding out those CVC words, consonant, vowel, consonant. So let's look at our first sound that we have today, jump rope. Who can tell me what letter is at the beginning of that word? Gabriella.
What?
Jump rope. Jump rope. What letter do we hear? Jump rope. Jayla.
J.
J. J. What sound does J make? What does that letter say? J. J. Like Jayla, right? J. J. What about our next picture is monkey. What's the letter you hear at the beginning of that sound? Darlisa. M. Good. Nice letter. What's the sound that that letter makes? And our last letter for today, vase. What letter do you hear at the beginning of that word? V. And what sound does that letter make? V. All right, let's practice taking out some of our magnets, writing our CVC words. Dylan, you're going to go first. What picture do you have?
Jet.
A jet. What does jet, what letter is at the beginning of jet?
Jump.
Okay, that's the sound. What's the letter? J. And what sound does J make?
Jump.
J. So I'm going to give you all a marker. We're going to sound out that letter, that word together, our CVC word, okay? Let's go around and let's take turns with these, okay? Let's take turns. Christopher, Why don't you start with our first consonant? J. Let's sound it out. J.
J.
J. So let's write it together. J. Jayla, you do our vowel. J. F. E. Good. E. J. E. T. Our last consonant, Gabriella. T. T. Good. So you're going to write out your word. You don't need your uppercase there, honey. Good. All right. Oh, your J's backwards. Let's fix the hook on that J. Good. Nice job, Tigers. All right, let's erase our word. Let's erase our word. Christopher, you're going to pick. Christopher's picking our magnet. What do you have?
Van.
It's a van. What letter is at the beginning of that word? V. And what sound does V make? V. Good. All right. V. Van. Thumbs up or thumbs down? V. Van. Good. Thumbs up. Let's sound out that word. Darlisa, you're going to start with our consonant, okay? V. V. Everybody right. V.
It's your turn.
The and good.
You know what it is, Mariah? Say the word.
Consonant, vowel, consonant. Good.
Two.
Consonant, vowel, consonant.
She.
Alright, Jared, your turn to pick this.
And.
Jam.
Doesn't have
Where
any.
did that word go? What letter do you put at the beginning of that word?
I.
Okay, there's our second bell, so let's clean up. We're going to get ready to rotate. All right, you can rotate. Leaders, go ahead.
Lorena.
Come on up, Jana, honey.
Say it loud.
V.
And the sound?
P. Z. Z. G. 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 I.
My lions. Today we are going to do ending sounds. Okay? In our direct group, we're looking at the ending sounds. So we're going to talk about the ending sounds of each of these words. Okay? We're going to look at the ending sound. We're going to sort by the ending sounds of these words. And then we're going to write the words out CVC, our consonant, vowel, consonant. Okay? We're sorting by the ending sound in our group. So let's look at our first picture, bat. Who can tell me what's the ending sound of the word bat? Go ahead, Rochelle. The ending sound. T, what sound does that make? T says, what, friends? All right, star. Who can tell me the ending sound for star, Javen? And what letter is that?
R.
Good. And cake. Cake. What sound do you hear at the end of that? Go ahead, Ashley. Cake. K. What does K say? Good. The letter K. Our sound is. All right. Let's sort by ending sounds.
Kite.
Kite. Where does that go? Ooh, good. What's the ending sound in kite? What's the ending sound you hear? What letter is that?
T.
T. Good. Now, let's see if we can write this word. Let's start, Mariah. Kite. What's the beginning sound? K. Samantha. K. I.
I.
What does I say in this word?
It. Only.
I says its own name when we sound out this word. I. T. And Jalen, when I says its own name, what do we need? Silent E, because I says its own name in this word. So we have to write our silent E. I. So when I says its own name, what do we have at the end?
Silent E.
Silent E at the end of that word. Nice job, Lions. Let's erase. We're going to have Mariah pick one of our magnets. Rake. Rake. What's the ending sound? Rake. K. So look at the ending sounds here. Bat. Kite. Where does rake need to go? Where do we need to sort rake? What sound just, you said K. Bat, kite, rake. Where should we put it? What column do we need to put it in? Go ahead. Bat, star, or cake? Which one has the same ending sound? Good. Rake and cake. They rhyme. They also rhyme, right? K. What sound does that letter K make? Thumbs up, thumbs down. K says. Mariah, what does K say? All right, we're going to sound out our word. Are we ready? Nashli, you're going to start this time. R. A. A says what, Jabin?
Its own name.
A says its own name in this word. A. Come on, Jency, write your word. A. You're going to give us our next sound. A.
Now Lily.
K.
K.
No, we're going in this way.
A. Mariah, if A says its own name, what do we need?
Yes.
Silent E. Let's put that silent E on the end of our word. A. Rake. A says its own name. What do we need, everyone?
Silent E.
Good. A says its own name. We put that silent E at the end of our word. A. Good. Let's erase the word.
Miss Carrelli, that was a great job on that lesson. Can you please tell the people watching this video some of the things that are difficult about the hybrid process and some of the things that you really like?
Well, one of the things that I really like about the hybrid process is the fact that it's small groups. So you really can work in more individually with the students and get to know the students better, which is nice. I also like the iReady aspect of it because you can track individually online, which is also nice because then each student has their own individual learning path. One of the biggest difficulties that I did have with hybrid was teaching myself, getting ideas from others on how to differentiate the collaborative group and how to assess the collaborative group because they're on their own. So I've been trying to make sure that they see the activities first and that I can differentiate them before I leave them on their own in the collaborative group.
And if anybody wants to get in touch with you, how could they do that?
I have a school district email, of course, Carrelli, J at hasdk12.org.
You want to spell that?
It's Carrelli, Carrellij at hasdk12.org.
Okay, thank you very much.
Sure.